Yeah, a very good afternoon to Google Hangout viewers today. You have logged on to the MEC Hangout by Professor Kondaiah. Brief introduction: Assistant Professor Kondaiah is part of the MEC faculty. About MEC, the reason why he joined up MEC, and he's also going to answer a few questions that some of our viewers have raised. And they are pertinent to mechanical engineering, but also in general. So Professor Kondaiah will take time out to answer each one of you to the best of his ability. And let me now give the mic to Professor Kondaiah. Professor, all yours.
Yeah, fine. Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
Praveen?
Yeah, Professor, we can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, hi, we can hear you.
Okay, fine. Hi. Yeah, now it's all right, yeah. Hi, good afternoon to one and all. My name is Kondaiah. I work here as assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering here at Mahindra Eco Center. I did my PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. I work in the area of multidisciplinary problem. I generally focus on a material which can have multifunctions aspects. Like for example, you can take a smart material, and if you give an input, say mechanical, that means a displacement or any pressure, the material itself has the ability to generate another form of energy, say electrical energy in the form of voltage or mechanical magnetic potential, etc. So these are the materials called smart materials, can be used as a sensor applications, which are very much useful in day-to-day applications. Yeah, this is about my brief introduction.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, where you were before you joined MEC and what you were doing.
Well, during my masters from IIT Surathkal in 2009, I worked as assistant lecturer in IIT Surathkal itself for 1 year. Afterwards, I moved to IIT Madras, that is in the year of 2010. And then recently I completed my PhD, and then right away joined here at Mahindra Eco Center. Based on my supervised advice, he has come across about this Mahindra Eco Central Institute, which is specifically focusing on interdisciplinary aspects, which is very much relevant to my work field. Yeah, right.
So it is a purely academic oriented approach to teaching and learning.
Yes, surely.
Yeah, fine. Thank you for that. Hello? Professor. And okay, we shall intersperse this session with some questions from our viewers. I will ask one of the questions now for you to answer. Okay. There's one, Mr. Ashish. He's age 17. He has a question for you. He says he wants to do aeronautical engineering, okay, but his friends and peers and relatives are suggesting that he go for mechanical engineering, and he wants to know from you, which is a better option? Should he go for aeronautical or should he go for mechanical?
Well, this is posed by Ashish, right?
Yes.
It's a very common problem generally any student faces initially while joining into the engineering side. So to my knowledge, as I said, this institute is focusing as a multidisciplinary engineer. You no more call it as a mechanical engineer or electrical engineer or computer engineer, or let it be as a structural or civil engineer. So you will be exposed to all sort of problems. Here we in Mahindra Eco Central faculty are having all sort of specialization experts. They will be available anytime for the faculty. In fact, we have office hours also. So students who takes projects which may be interdisciplinary. For example, I would like to say because he is saying aeronautics interest. So I will take the concept of aircraft wings vibration control. You see, in the running condition, the wing will flutter continuously. So it should not exceed its limits. What will happen if it exceeds? It will break because it's reached its limiting capacity. So you need to control this oscillatory motion. So for that, what we do, we generally place a sensor. The sensor, it will sense the deflection. It's a kind of input of mechanical energy. Then the material itself, I said it is a smart material. It generates equal amount of voltage, and that voltage can be sent to the control system, and control system will apply same equal amount of voltage to the actuator, which is placed beside the sensor. And this actuator function is just opposite to your sensor, like how sensor taken mechanical energy and convert into electrical energy. Similarly, actuator, it converts from electrical to mechanical. That means the actuation moment will be pulling down. So henceforth, you can maintain this fluctuation of aircraft. So you can ensure this life of your aircraft wing. If you observe this study, say mechanical energy is moving and you are studying in the structure, and then sensor is generating electrical energy, and then that electrical energy sent to the control system. That means you need to have knowledge about mechanical aspect, electrical aspect, as well as computer aspects. Then only you can able to achieve this task, controlling this. So like this, students can be exposed to the interdisciplinary skills. In fact, in Mahindra Eco Central, say for example, students may have some idea and he wants to make it product. So during this time, cost also matters. So if you want to cut down cost, in fact, we are here Mahindra Eco Center will provide an economist also who can help you to cut down the cost as well. So henceforth, it's a not matter of whether a mechanical engineer or aeronautical engineer. You will be getting exposed to all fields. And later on, if you want to go for higher studies, say MTech or PhD, then you will be having sufficient knowledge and you can choose right direction where you are passionate to work. Yeah, Praveen, that could be a...
Yeah, that's a nice answer, Professor. So basically what you're trying to say is the interdisciplinary approach that you are going to, enforce at MEC or adopt at MEC will make a student aware of all these different aspects of engineering which are connected in a way, no matter what the product is, or even for example, if it's aeronautical engineering, it involves all these aspects of engineering, not just mechanical, but electrical, but as well as structural and these various other sub aspects of engineering, right?
Yeah, it can be
Fine.
like...
I think that's a very good answer, Professor.
And
let me move to the...
Yeah, I just said the sensor application, if you see, is a material. It has its ability of mechanical aspect, electrical aspect. Even you can study that sensor material itself. It gives up multidisciplinary aspects. Yeah, it can be any product. Yeah, true.
Thank you, Professor. And we have Mr. Kishan Chauhan, who has a similar kind of a question, but it's a slight variation. He wants to know what is the preferred path after mechanical engineering. Do I go for do I work as a mechanical engineer after doing mechanical engineering, or should I opt for MTech in aeronautical engineering in terms of salary and job opportunities?
Yeah, it's like putting the other way of the same question. So my answer is like when you acquire the skills of different fields, that means you are far better than the person who is not having these skills. That means you have highly demand, no matter whatever field you choose. And later on, if you want to go in deep knowledge, definitely you can choose the respective aspect because you have acquired the fundamental knowledge. Based on that, you can decide where you are inclined your interest or where you are having passion to work, and you can choose obviously. So when you acquire this knowledge, and obviously you will be having highly demand. Yeah. Yeah, Praveen.
Yeah, I think he wanted to know, he wanted to basically know that if I do MTech in aeronautical engineering after doing mechanical engineering, will I get a better salary and a better job? I think that was what he wanted to ask you, and you have answered it. Let me move to the next
Yeah.
question now. Mr. Navani the Krishan, age 21. He has a more generic question, abstract question for you. Sir, why
Okay.
are we studying all the subjects theoretically in India? Uh, what are the things a mechanical engineer must know apart from what we study in our books?
Okay. See, the moment now you have finished your plus two and you want to join for a engineering side, and you don't know what is that exactly engineering. That means before going to practical exams, anything, say if you may want to go into the project work, or you may want to go to into the workshop to do some exercise. So unless you know the theory background, you can't work there because you don't know whether you can touch this or you can touch that, or whether you can work like this or like that, anything like. So once you aware of the theory aspects which are given in the books, so you'll be aware, then you can understand how to do and what to do, what not to do. Yes, Pranay?
And Professor at MEC, yeah, and at MEC, you also have as part of the curriculum hands-on trainings and project exposure. I think this would balance the theoretical knowledge a student obtains over a period of studying very well, right?
Yeah, in fact, you see the Mahindra Eco Central, the timetable, it covers 360 degrees of education. That means you will undergo the theory lectures as well as following the tutorials. You may have to solve the problems which you taught in the classrooms, and then you have your laboratory sessions. And apart from your these works, you will be having exposure to projects, different kinds of projects. That means it gives more involvement into the theory what you learned in the classes. So definitely that could be the right way of gaining the knowledge. And student more upon you will be getting more interest on his own way. Yeah, right.
True. And we have the we have the next question from Mr. Kamal. He's aged 18. He states that mechanical engineering, mechanical things are his passion, but he is worried about the kind
Okay.
of job opportunities that would wait for him after he finishes a course, and he wants to know if he will be able to earn a minimum of 30,000 rupees a month by doing mechanical engineering.
Yeah. See, the moment he said passion, that means you are very keen to work in that field. And if you have that much confidence, and it will drive you to knowledge to the level you can acquire very deep, then if you are fully satisfied with the concept, skills, knowledge, obviously the person will be having highly demand. Yes. So where is the question of again going into the negative side, whether you can get the good salary or not? It's like very obvious. Whoever having the competent enough to have knowledge sufficient, he can surely. Yes, Praveen?
So, yeah, so the amount of passion is directly proportional to the proficiency a person would gather over a period of study, and that again in itself
Absolutely.
would ensure that a very good, very good pay package would await the student.
It's very much true. Because that's what we are seeing the.
All right, I hope that, yeah, yeah, and yeah, now we have Mr. Arzu, who has an Arzu. Okay, he's age
Okay.
20, and he's a race car aficionado. matlab he's passionate about racing cars and stuff. So
Okay.
he wants to know how does one tune a bike engine so that it performs its best, so that he can race faster.
Yeah. So it's very good, interesting field for most of the people. It's very nice to have kind of that inclination. See, the matter you're talking about engine efficiency. The moment you focus the word efficiency, that means you should minimize the losses. So the moment if you maintain properly in the aspect of all aspects of your race car, you can say lubrication system, like you can say the engine capacity flow, and then you are overcoming drag powers, etc. So if you maintain it in proper condition, obviously it gives a better efficiency. Yeah, right.
So actually, it involves quite a few things. He needs to pay attention to a lot of things so that it performs at its best output.
Obvious,
There is no
because
shortcut. There is no small shortcut that he can, no
small
tweak that he can do
shortcut,
to make it runs fast.
it's like complex
Okay,
matter. Of course, you need to come to the workshop and you start doing that, you will feel realization.
fine, good. Arzu, I hope that answers your question. So make sure when you try to outrace others, remember that it's a rat race, it's a competitive world, and you need to be at your very best. You need to ensure that all aspects of your bike are in condition, just the way a student would have to ensure that he has covered all his topics and subjects before he goes for an examination. So all the
Yes.
best in your racing career. That brings us back to you, Professor. Now, we would like you to tell us a little bit about what prompted you to join MEC. Not just your mentor advising you that MEC is a great place to be, but you may have looked up, you may have done a little bit of study into the synergy that Mahindra and École Centrale Paris bring to the table, the JNTU affiliation, the approval. All these aspects must have interested you somehow. And how did you arrive at the conclusion that, okay, this looks like a great place to be for me, and for these reasons, and I should go there? You have to tell us a little bit about these aspects, because most students who are willing to join MEC would be inspired by those thoughts of yours.
Yeah, surely. Before choosing the institute, surely you should have certain information about that institute as well as your visions and your goals. It should match to your career aspects, etc. So to coming to this Mahindra Eco Center, it's a collaboration of academia industry in terms of this Mahindra Education Institution with the partnership of foreign technology, say Mahindra École Centrale Paris. So this brings international curriculum and then industry exposure and put together like the institute made us working into the interdisciplinary aspects. So the moment these aspects we looked in the website, and then is very much suitable to my work area where I did in the PhD. It's an interdisciplinary talk, and as well as the vision of institute. So there's with discussion with my professor, and this dragged me to go into this Mahindra Eco Center. Attracted, yeah.
And how much would you rate the research aspect of teaching and learning at MEC as an inspiration?
Sorry, could you repeat, Roy?
How
I'm
much
not
would
able to
you
hear you.
rate? Yeah, I'm doing that. What about research? What about research at Mahindra Ecole Central? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay. You're
The
talking
research
about research
aspect?
at Mahindra Eco Center. Am I right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
See, yeah, fine. So Mahindra Eco Center has 360 degrees of education system. Means there is a possibility provision of timetable. Students can work on the projects. It can be interdisciplinary or anything. So it has a vision to collaborate with faculties even at Eco Central Paris also. So there is a lot of possibilities to expose into the application of research aspect. Yes, Praveen?
Okay, and yeah, say a few words on the curriculum that you're creating, devising for students at MEC, a little bit about the kind of variety of teaching methodologies and stuff.
Yeah, good. So this curriculum in Mahindra Eco Central, we are framing such a way that he can learn theory in the lecture hours, and he can practice the tutorials, and he can do the term projects. For example, now coming to the mechanical subject, we are offering here subject called engineering graphics and introduction to design. So if you take this introduction to design topic, you need to say, for example, you may have a component in your idea, in your mind, that you want to see it physically. You want to feel it. So for that, basic step is you need to take the help of computers, where you can draw your thinking imagination view of your object. So through the computers, say AutoCAD, you can make it that object, and you can do the analysis also. Analysis in the sense like optimization and studying about that component reality. And then once you have this analysis study, and then you can feed this component to the 3D printer, where it can give your prototype model that you can see it physically. Yes, I have achieved thought whatever I had. So this is what we are going to offer the students in test also. Yes,
Fine. And I think we have one more question, one last question. It has nothing to do with engineering. It has nothing to do with science. It's got everything to do with social media. But I think I will try to answer that question on your behalf. So this is Nagarjuna from Karnool. He says,
Okay.
I know it is a silly question, but I have doubt on social networking site Facebook. How do these influence on youth? Today everybody has a Facebook account, and these influences on their studies could be bad. They spend hours together online chatting. So he has all these questions on social networking and Facebook. So I think I will answer that question on your
Yeah, it
behalf,
has nothing to
if
do
it's
with
all
the
right by
engineering side.
you.
You are right.
Yeah. So Nagarjuna, I'll tell you what. We all have Facebook accounts. We all use social networking, and we only do it for a little while every day for 10 or 15 minutes to stay in touch with friends and family, the people we care for, to get some updates from them real time, and to share something interesting and inspiring that will make life better, that will make our work easier. So it is not an addiction for most people who use it in a proper manner, but it's just a small part of their daily life. We used to spend half an hour writing letters once upon a time, writing emails once upon a time. You don't need to do that now. You spend lesser time and connect with more people at the same time using Facebook. So everything has its positive side and negative side. It all depends on how you use it and for what purpose. So understand that and use it judiciously. You'll see that it does make you happy and it makes life better for yourself. Thank you. So,
Yeah,
Professor,
connecting to the
would you like to have any more thoughts to share with us? Yeah.
yeah, just pointed to the this general question is kind of efficiency. How you want to make it your car more efficient. Similarly, any aspect, how you want to utilize
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yes.
Yeah, Professor, I think we have come to the end of our questions for today. And if you have any thoughts to share, do share with us. Otherwise, we can call it a day, and you can program Hangouts in the future.
Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
So thank you for joining us. Thanks, viewers. Do stay tuned in for more
Yeah.
updates on forthcoming Hangout sessions on Facebook and website. Thank you.
Thank you.